his value. And with the Suns playing the way they did in the bubble, now you add him. Now you add Crowder. And it's a beautiful movie to watch him beat his guy LeBron James in a playoff series in the first round.
Jalen, you know how I feel about LeBron. I'm a LeBron stan. I'll say it into a microphone. I'm a stan for LeBron James ever since before he was in the league. I had higher expectations for him in this game. I had higher expectations for LeBron James. I don't know if he's 100% healthy or what happened, but I thought in an elimination game against the Suns, I kind of expected more from him, didn't you?
I think they call people like you bronzesexuals.
No. LeBron stan is fine. I think you put that. No. LeBron stan is fine.
Okay, got it. Here's the thing. When Jason Tatum is going against the Nets, we need him to put up big numbers.
50.
When Dame Lillard is going against the Nuggets,
55.
we need him to put up numbers. And if we're going to say you're in the conversation of GOAT with Michael Jordan, I need buckets. I don't need you looking at the sideline like, get me out. LeBron James
Twice he asked to come out. He looked tired.
Now, I like to judge everything on the totality of what I see. Now, I saw 2 games ago, LeBron James didn't finish the game strong. He was passive at the end of the game. I saw the game after that, he left with 6 minutes to go or so. And I thought all of that was going to be a culmination of him getting ready to come out and be dominant.
That's what I thought, too. I thought if you're going to leave early in Game 5, you're going to save it for Game 6. There was like 4 possessions when he just like put his shoulders down and went and got a layup. Like 4 or 5 possessions where I was like, ooh, that's LeBron James we kind of need, not for 4 or 5 possessions, for like 15.
Can I be this guy?
Yeah, go.
For you LeBron stans? Can I never have a conversation about GOAT again and compare him to Michael Jordan?
No, it's going to happen. LeBron's going to play. No. You do not get that. You do not get that just because they lost the Suns. You do not get that.
Why not?
He's going to play the league for like 5 more years. He can get 2 more championships. He could. So if that happens, you do not get to say from here on out we can't have the conversation anymore. No, you do not.
I have to tell people a secret. When Michael Jordan started winning championships, he never lost in the first round. It never happened once he started winning championships. It never happened.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing is LeBron has 17 excuses about this. The bubble, the early season, the injuries to AD. But there's something worth pointing out is Jamal Murray playing?
Not going to be able to do it.
Oh, they happen to.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So their second best players out. And
LeBron is still in the GOAT conversation. He's just no Michael Jordan.
Oh,
and let me just tell you this, fam. No, I'm doing this because so many people who have this debate needed a visual like this. Like a lot of these people that have these debates didn't see MJ play. So now seeing LeBron lose in the first round, it makes you now go back and look at the footage. It makes you go back and now pay attention to the script.
Okay.
And all I know is
I can't believe we're doing this. At the same point in LeBron's career, MJ was with the Wizards. How many championships did he win with the Wizards?
With the Wizards, stop it.
That's the same point in his career.
How many three-peats do LeBron have?
0.
Okay, MJ has 2. Mic drop.
Let's move on because we have someone who's going to join the show right now. The gentleman's name is Rostradamus. Rostradamus is joining the show, and here's what Rostradamus said about the Lakers' title chances before the playoffs started.
If he's injured, they will not win the Western Conference. You know it, and I know it. If the Lakers are a part of the play-in, they will not win the championship this year. I don't believe that they're going to be able to achieve their goal if they are part of the play-in. If he's hobbled in any way, shape, or form, the Phoenix Suns will advance. And here's the thing, like, I appreciate the Rostradamus love, but there's a reason why a 7 or an 8 seed has never won a championship in the NBA. The journey is just too tough. I ain't gonna even act like that was a genius call.
Not really.
It was just like, you gotta be the 2 seed, a 3 seed, and a 1 seed. Not gonna be able to do it.
And guess what? If your second player is not healthy, you're probably not gonna win the championship. That's just kind of how it goes. Well, we have another team whose second player is not healthy, but they had a little more success than the Lakers did. That, of course, is the Denver Nuggets in their series against the Portland Trail Blazers. And I don't know if you're familiar with the work of a gentleman by the name of the Stretch Mark 5, Nikola Jokic, are you?
And also, let's not take him for granted. See, here's what I'm here to do. So before people was on the Denver bandwagon, shout to my guy Monte Morris representing Flint Town, doing work, scoring over 20 the last couple of games. All I know is on this show, we big up the Denver Nuggets. And then they became mainstream, one of the top teams in the West. And then the Joker became an MVP candidate.
Oh, he's MVP.
And then Capazzo became your guy. And we fell in love. The world appreciates Dame Dolla's greatness and how he made more threes in a series than any player ever. And you know what we doing? Ignoring that the Joker put them out of the playoffs. Without Jamal Murray. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And how he did it is basically playing tall ball. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., offensive
Can we
weapon
talk about Michael Porter Jr.'s
first quarter?
Yeah, can we talk about his first quarter? Like, he just never missed.
Flames.
He just didn't miss.
Flames.
Did not miss.
Aaron Gordon trying to use his height to guard Dame Dolla. Nobody's going to slow him down. But here's what now is going to take place after Dame Dolla's nip hustle tweet, basically about his patience.
Oh, we're going to have that conversation
Yeah,
now?
let's have that conversation
let's have the Blazers, the future of the Blazers conversation, because they have a lot of decisions to make. And the first thing I'm going to start with is there's one which is a very poorly kept secret. What is that?
Oh, that C.J. McCollum may be...
No, Terry Stotts is gone. First of all, Terry Stotts is gone.
Oh, Terry Stotts, yeah.
He's been gone.
So here's... And by the way, Terry Stotts did a good job with the Portland Trail Blazers.
Brad Stevens did a good job with the Celtics. Doesn't mean you're gonna keep your job.
But also, here's the difference, and I like that lob you just threw me. I love you very much. But the Portland Trail Blazers ain't gonna hire Terry Stotts to be the president.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
The only reason the Celtics did that is because they gave him an extension. They had to pay him anyway.
And by the way, you can argue whose coaching stint was better, Terry Stotts over Brad Stevens.
Oh, you could.
With that being said, you do the opposite of the Green Bay Packers. You give Dame all of the money he wants, unlike Aaron Rodgers, who has no guaranteed money, and you give him all of the power and autonomy.
So what do you want, Dame?
What do you want? Who do you want? We'll make it happen. As a coach, as a teammate, whatever you would like, you have the keys to the kingdom.
And so, okay. So you're Dame Lillard.
Yes.
I come to you and I say, Dame, what do you want me to do? What are 3 things I can do to help you take this team to the next level? Because we haven't gotten it done year after year after year.
Well, Dame wouldn't say this, but I'm going to say this.
Say it.
The Nets' big chess piece is C.J. McCollum.
Yeah.
Like, he's the person that if you move him, you're going to get the most value because quiet as it's kept, he can ball. And he needs the basketball actually in his hands more to thrive. And I'm not going to say playing alongside Dame slows down anybody's game, but what I will say is he be getting a lot more shot attempts in another situation.
It's a compliment to CJ that they should move him. That's how I feel. Like, I just don't like redundant duos like Kawhi and PG. And I feel like it's not saying they need to move CJ McCollum to get better. It's CJ McCollum would thrive in a different environment where Dame Lillard's not in his team, and his value is high enough where you probably get 80 cents on the dollar. You can get a wing, you can get a big, something that would help them, something that complements Dame better.
Can I say this too? I'm disappointed in Nurkic. He's one of the most inconsistent, talented bigs in the NBA, and they really needed this productivity playing against his former team, and usually players are inspired in those situations. That's why when you're watching the footage of the Joker, put some old Joker highlights up there. When you're watching footage of the Joker, you see who's guarding him? Covington. Okay, Covington's 6'7", 230 pounds,
They can't put Cantor out there.
Come on, man.
They don't have another answer.
That's not because
Nurkic gets foul trouble.
Correct.
And you have Cantor and Covington. They don't have another big. Zach Collins is
Look who's
hurt.
guarding him, man. When Nurkic can't get it done, it's like, well, I might as well take you out of the game. And so now look.
Cov.
Like, that's not even fair.
I love Cov.
I do too. He's competitive. I'm just saying that it's a big man's game, and you and I know it. He has no chance to guard the Joker in the red area. No chance.
None. And Cantor can't either. Zach Collins is hurt. It's a roster problem, and Nurkic can't stay on the floor.
And I got to say this. This just came to me.
Is there another?
What Luka is to the perimeter players, the Joker is to the interior players.
Go ahead, try to double him. Go ahead, put a small on him. Go ahead, put a big on him. There's no answer. There's no answer to him as a riddle. Jalen, another question. There's been a player.
Well, I'm going to have to steal that using on countdown.
Go ahead. I love you. There's a player who's been rumored to be interested in playing in Portland, and Portland's interested in him coming to Portland. Who is that player?
You think that's Draymond Green, maybe?
Draymond Green, maybe.
Well, I've seen Dame tweet about it and like tweets. I've seen Draymond Green make sure that everybody knew his enthusiasm for how the Portland Trail Blazers play. And here's the thing. When Klay comes back, Wiseman comes back, the Golden State Warriors may have a high pick in this year's draft. Salary-wise, they may start looking at the roster feeling like, you know what? He may be a player that they can use. They can use for value while he's still one of the best defensive players in the game. And you add him to a lot of squads, by the way. I like him in Boston. I would like him
anywhere you're not asking him to score. As long as he's not asked to score, I love Draymond Green as an NBA basketball player.
I would like him with the Clippers to play up front.
Anywhere where he's not asked to score 30 points a game, he's great.
But you know what's going to be great about the media this entire offseason?
What's that?
How all of the national media is going to put every player on the Lakers and the Knicks this offseason. I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
The Knicks with cap space the Knicks with cap space is just catnip for the media, and I'm
Kawhi to the
here
Knicks
for it. Oh yeah, Chris Paul to the Lakers, Chris Paul to the Knicks. Oh yeah, Aaron Schroeder to the Knicks. Everyone's coming to the Knicks. Knicks gonna have 25 people on their roster by the time the offseason is over. Jalen, the Clippers have a problem, and that problem has a name.
Luka
is a problem for the Clippers, and they have no answer for that riddle, which is a line I look forward to listening to you say on Countdown tonight. You're watching Jalen and Jacoby.
And I'm not going to shout you.
Coming to you live from Pier 17 in the South Street Seaport District of Manhattan and presented by Chase. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen Rose tonight up against Elimination.
Tonight is the night.
The Los Angeles Clippers have a problem that they need to solve. And that problem has a name, and that name is Luka Doncic. What will Ty Lue do in this chess match?
You have to take the ball out of his hands. So let me teach everybody something that's very important that I would do. I'm giving you a trade secret that Jalen Rose would do if he was coaching or in a front office or a team. I would make sure the real estate from the opposite free throw line to the top of the three-point line is actually occupied defensively. So many times in the league, I'm watching all of these great players get a chance to just walk the ball up like they're strolling in the park. You can't allow James Harden and Luka Doncic to do that. You got to have players like Dylan Brooks and Schroeder that are actually up there. So that's what the Clippers have to do. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, who scored the loudest 4 points in the league.
Pat Bev?
Absolutely.
He's the answer?
I'm just saying, a guy like that, when Luka's across half court, you got to be turning them. And then when the action gets to the front court and then the screen and roll comes, that's when you get Kawhi in the action. That's when you get PG in the action versus getting Zubac in the action, to whereas now you got to take Zubac out of the game and you got to take Beverly out of the game because neither one of them can guard Luka in the front court.
I'm going to Kawhi Leonard and saying, you're the best defender in the NBA. You're going to defend Kawhi. You're going to defend Luka. That's what you need to. You're going to defend Luka. And if they set a screen, try to get a switch, you're going to fight through the screen. You're the best defender in the NBA. Be that. Be our series MVP. Be our best player. We need you to guard their best player.
Not just him, Paul George too. And so it's tough to put one player consistently on a guy like Luka who's going to get so many screens versus a guy like Steph Curry who's going to play off the ball. You can still force a lot of switches. But here's what they got to do. Play better against the zone. The Mavs played more zone in the previous game than they did the entire series.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a coaching adjustment, adding Boban to go with Kristaps Porzingis to use their height to take away the mid-range game of the Clippers. I still feel, because the Mavs only had 2 players in double figures, and Luka's been outstanding, phenomenal, wonderful, the best player in this series, I'm still picking the Clippers to advance in this series.
That would be
I'm still picking the Clippers to advance in this series.
Teams, and then we have a Game 7. Jalen, that's tonight. Tomorrow night starts the most exciting second-round series that I can remember, and that is the Bucks against the Nets. And one thing that I love about this is me and you are on opposite sides of the coin on this one. Tell me why you think the Bucks. Tell me why you're wrong. Tell me why you think the Bucks are going to win this one.
I'll tell you why. You see that right there? That's Giannis on the post.
Yep.
Turnaround jump shot. That's in addition to the game. You see that right there? That's Middleton in the clutch. Did you see Drew Holiday snatch Kyrie Irving's jewels? I like what I'm seeing from the Bucks. I like their chemistry, their cohesion, their ability to play multiple styles. That's why I think they're going to advance in this series. Giannis is going to be too unstoppable.
Jalen, you're
tall
right.
man's game.
They have a superstar, and it is a tall man's game. And the Bucks have consistency. They've played together for so long, and added Drew Holiday, he's a great piece. You're right about that. But they can't stop the Nets. You know who the Nets have? Do you know who's on their team? Have you looked at their roster? Have you seen a game? You pointed to Giannis, you're like, look at that. That's the reason they're going to win. The Nets have 3 players. They are unstoppable offensive weapons. I'm all the way on the Nets bandwagon.
What is this?
Knicks who?
What is this?
Let's go, Brooklyn.
You already jumped off the Knicks bandwagon?
I lived in Brooklyn for 11 years.
Oh, my God.
We live right next to the Barclays. We were a block away from the Barclays.
New York, get this guy. I'm going to call Killer Cam and Jim Jones on you,
Let him know. Let him know.
Come on, man.
Go Nets.
Don't let this
I'm so
guy
excited about this series. We're going to make a bet. I don't know what it's going to be. We're going to figure it out after the show on Monday. You'll know about our bet.
This guy.
Stay tuned because there is so... Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen, this weekend, a lot of NBA playoff basketball and, of course, this quote-unquote boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul.
You see my OG pitcher to the left, Leonard Ellerbe, making sure he guides Floyd and keeps them undefeated, making sure they pocket as many zeros as possible as we go out and purchase this exhibition that he can't lose.
I'm not buying this.
That he won't get hit.
No, he literally cannot lose because there are no winners to the fight. They released the rules to the fight. There's no judges and no winners. This is a versus battle, not a boxing match. Jalen, we have some Lions news. First of all, you have a new head coach, and what is his approach to football again?
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
We're going to bite a kneecap off. Well, here is your leader at a press conference wearing a racing helmet.
Well, like, I'm old enough to remember. You remember the movie